Good morning, students. So we started the new chapter in part B, marketing management, and we started the elements of marketing mix in the last class. So there are 4 P's. What are the 4 P's? That is product, price, place, or physical distribution and promotion. These are all the 4 P's of marketing mix. And we finished the introduction part of the product. Okay, so today we are going to see the product mix, which is coming under the first P, that is the product. The next topic is the product mix. Okay, so what is the product mix? It is refers to the important decisions which is related to the product, that is quality of the product, design of the product, packing of the product. Okay, so another important thing which is included in the product mix is product assortment. What is my product assortment? It means number of products. Product assortment means number of product and items a particular producer offers to the market. Okay, so for example, the Hindustan Lever is dealing with the soaps, detergents, tea, toothpaste. I'm right. So when the firm starting its marketing operations, it start with only one product. So they started the production activity with only one product, but later it expands their and diversifies their activity by introducing many different varieties of products or different lines of the product. That is called as the product assortment. Okay, so in this product mix, we are going to see what are all the important components of product mix. The first one is the branding. What is that? Branding. So one of the most important decision that the marketer has to take in the area of the product is the respect of branding. That is decided where the firm's product will be marketed, where the product will be marketed under the brand name. That is called as the branding. Okay, that is if the goods are sold by the certain name, then it will be difficult for the marketer to differentiate his product from the competitor product. For that only they created the brand name to identify the product easily to the customers. So what is my brand? So brand is the identification of the product. So identity, giving the values, giving the strategy as per the strategy which is used, marketing the product easily, and the brand will gives the will helps the customers to communicate about the brand will communicate about the details of the product in a simple way to the customers. Okay, and it gives certain value for that product. Okay, and give us some of the position in which what is the position of this certain product, brand product. So we are selecting when we are purchasing the product, where we will ask the retailers whether it is a branded product or not. So how we will identify whether it is a branded? Only on the basis of the name of the company, the name of the company product. So this is called a branded. Okay, so brand is the identification of the product. So it can be in the form of names, symbols, or design. Okay, so the branding is not only done to identify the seller or the producer, but also to make your product superior. So what is the main aim? Not only to identify the seller or producer, the other main aim is to make their product more superior when comparing to the competitor's product. That is the main aim of the branding. Okay, next we are going to see some of the how to locate the brand. So it may be in the form of the name, logo, colors, and they will use some of the strategies. Okay, and marketing policies. So they will use some of the policies and marketing strategies to fix the name of the product in a branded, that is a brand name. Okay, it may be in the form of the logo, symbols, in order to have the easy identification of the product to the customers. Okay, the next one is, these are all some of the brand names that we all crossing in our day-to-day life. No, these are all the common brand names, the very famous brand names. Okay, the next one is trademark. So these are all the some of the terms which is used in the brand. Okay, that is, a trademark is the part of the brand. It is one of the part of the brand which is giving the legal protection to that particular product. Legal protection to the particular product is called as a trademark. So the firm cannot use their name, or they cannot use their sign of their company without registering that company name in a particular that is, it should be registered under the particular act. Okay, that is the legal protection. They will give the trademark for that product. Okay, that is the trademark. These are all some of the brand names with their symbols. Okay, the next one is, what are all the advantages of brand name? So we already know it is help to differentiate the product, and it is very helpful to the brand name. It's very helpful to have the proper advertising. So advertising becomes more effective, as it is not only makes the people to know the futures of the product, but also to know the brand name. Okay, and the brand name, with established brand name, the firm can easily change the high price for the product as compared to the competitor product. So as per the brand name, if the name is very famous to the customers, then definitely the producers will fix the price on the basis of their brand name. They fix the high price when comparing to the competitor's product. Okay, and it is very helpful to identify the product to the customers to select the product easily, which is giving the satisfaction to the customers over the competitor's product. Okay, and next one is the packaging. What is my packaging? That is, the company always supply the products in the packaged form. Okay, that is, the Coke is coming in the bottles and biscuits in the wrappers. So like some of the packaging. So that should be the proper packaging for the product. Okay, so the packaging is the basic activity of every company. So it can be defined as a set of tasks. What is that? Packaging can be defined as set of tasks or activities which are concerned with the designing. So packaging is concerned with the designing or production of an appropriate wrappers. So that should be production of the wrappers also. For what purpose? To have the efficient packaging. Okay, and that should be the production of wrappers, containers and bag for the efficient packaging of the product. Okay, and the next one is the different types of packaging. See the picture. The first one is the primary packaging. That is the finish the production process and they fill in the certain container. And after that, see the secondary packaging. So after finishing the primary packaging, they are shifted to the certain box. Okay, and see the tertiary packaging. It is fully completed. So now this product is ready for transporting that to the customers, that is to the market. So this is the three types of packaging. First one is a primary packaging, secondary packaging and tertiary packaging. Okay, the next one is, what are all the importance of packaging? What are all the importance of packaging? The first one is rising the standard of health and sanitation. The first one is rising the standard of health and sanitation. That is, packing has become very important because it is increasing the standard of health and sanitation among the customers. So in the packed goods, So there are some of the chances of that is contamination of product. That is, if it is expiry date is over, means definitely the product cannot be used by the customers. So the people will prefer the packed product comparing to the loose products. Okay, so there is a less chances of adulteration in the packed product. Okay, so it giving the it will improve the standard of living, so there will be no problems of health problems to the customers if it is in a packed proper packaging of the product. Okay, the next one is self-service outlet. Self-service outlet meant is a very popular one. It is becoming very popular around the customers. So in the stores, generally products with the attractive packing are picked by the buyers more quickly. It is easily identified by the customers. See the picture. It is by seeing that picture, they can able to identify easily what is that product. That is a self-service outlet, and it can know there is no need to approach the retailers in the market. So by identifying the product easily, it is a very popular method of the customers. Okay, the next one is product differentiation. So the packaging will help the customers to differentiate between the goods on the basis of the quality, and with the as with the type of packing, the customers can guess. By seeing the packing itself, the customers can able to guess about the quality of that product. It is very helpful to differentiate the product on the basis of the quality from one product to the another product. Okay, the fourth one is the innovational opportunities. What is my innovational opportunities? That is, recent development in the packaging have completely changed the marketing. So there are a lot of technologies nowadays. A lot of technologies or new technologies are introduced by the manufacturers to have the proper packaging of the products. Okay, to attract the customers, and also on the basis of the safety procedure also. Okay, so the new packing in the soft drinks, chips, biscuits will keep the product very healthy for the long period of time. Okay, so it is the scope of marketing is mainly increasing with the new ideas and new creative innovations with the process of packaging. So these are all the importance of packaging. And the next one is, what are all the functions of packaging? What are all the functions of packaging? There are two important functions: basic functions and selling. So in basic functions, it is subdivided into two. What is the first one? That is a protection factor, and another one is identification. Okay, and in the selling, it contains the two. One is the promotion and creation of public image. So first we are going to see the basic functions of packaging. What is the first one? That is the protection. That is the fundamental function of the packaging, is that it protects the product from the damages. What is the main aim? What is the purpose of the packaging? In order to have the product very safety, not to protect the product. That is the main aim, no? So that is appropriate. That should be the proper packaging of the product, which protects the product from the sun, rain, moisturizers, insects, etc. Okay, so for example, the airtight containers and the packets are mainly used for the biscuits, which need the protection of the product from certain atmosphere. So there is changes in atmosphere, no? So if there is a proper packaging, definitely it gives more protection to that product. Okay, and next one is identification. So with the help of the packaging, the product can be easily identified for the customers. So for example, if the yellow and black packaging and the alphabet K, we recognize that it is the Kodak product. So by seeing the name, the symbol and the colors, shape, we can easily identify the product. It's very easy for the customers to identify the product. Okay, and next one is the convenience. So convenience is handling the product becomes more convenient, okay, with appropriate packing. So if there is a proper packaging of product, then it is very easy and suitable for the customers to handle that product. It is more convenient to store that product, and it is very convenient to shift the product from one place to the another place. That is the convenience, okay. And next one is the promotion. What is the promotion? That is the packaging plays a role of silent salesman. We already studied that is it is a silent salesman because it promotes or enhances the sale of the product. So the attractive, colorful and innovative packaging definitely attracts the customers in a proper manner, and it is also attracts the children's. If it is a children's product, it is by seeing the colorful and the innovative packaging, the children's will be more attractive to buy the product. So attractive packaging will also induces the customers. The attractive packaging induces the customers to buy the product, okay. The next one is the labeling. What is my labeling? The third one is labeling. So this product brand packaging, branding, packaging and labeling are the important components of the product mix. So now first we are studying in the 4 P's. The first we are studying about the product. I am right. So in product we studied about the product mix, and various components of product mix are branding, packaging and labeling. So we finished the branding, packaging, and now we are going to study about the labeling. What is my labeling? That is putting the identification mark on the package. Labeling means putting the identification mark on that particular product, okay. So it is the carrier of the information. So by seeing the label, it is very easy for the customers to get more information about the product. That is the name of, what is the name of the product, who is the manufacturer of the product, what are all the contents which is in about the product, and what is the expiry date, what is the manufacturing date, and some of the general instructions of the product, that is the weight of the product, price of the product, how many months we have to use that product. All the informations we can get from the label of that particular product, okay. So the labels are attached on the product in order to give certain informations to the customers, okay. So there is the 2 types of the label. One is a simple tag, that is in the case of the local product, that is the products like rice and pulses, there is a simple tag. By seeing the tag itself, we can able to get more information about the product. And the other label is called as the elaborated labs. That is elaborated labeling, which is used by most the hi-fi companies, reputed companies. So what is the main purpose? They will attract, by seeing the label itself, the customers can attract and they will get the complete information about the product, okay va? So see that it is one of the tag. That is in the tag itself, the name of the company is insisted in the tag. By seeing the name, okay, we can able to identify the name of the company and what is the brand name, everything in the tag itself, okay. And see, it is the elaborate label. It is the elaborate label which contains all the information about that particular product, okay. The next one is functions of labeling. That is, it describes the product and specify its content. So the manufacturer cannot communicate each and everything to the customers personally. So if they want to communicate the customers and share some of the information to the customers only through the labels, okay. That is describing the product and specifying the content of the product in the label. It is one of the function of the labeling, okay. And easy identification of the product, that is the label which helps the customers to identify the product easily from the different types which is available in the market, okay. And it is very helpful in the grading. So we already studied what is grading. That is, it is very helpful to differentiate the product in the factor of grading, putting the grade. So with the help of the label products, the label products can be graded in the different categories. Okay, for example, there is a for example, if you take the product tea, so there is a different types, no, that is Brook Bond red label, yellow label, green label. So there is a different types of label. So we will as per the need of the customers, they can choose the product. By seeing the label itself, they can able to choose the product very easily. Okay, that is the grading, differentiating the product on the basis of the grade, and it is very helpful to promote the selling activities. So the attractive and the colorful labels will helps the customers, and it also induce the customers to buy the product, and it definitely will increase the sales volume for the producers. Okay, and is providing the proper information by the legal informations by the law, that is all the legal informations are also available in the label itself. So it is also used to fulfill the legal requirements, because as it is a legal compulsion, so it is also coming under certain law, and they have, as per the law, they have to communicate all the legal informations in the labeling itself. That is, what is the content, what is the maximum retail MRP, that is a retail price, and what is the weight of the product, what is the volume, that is the quantity of that product. All the information is very important as per the law. Okay, so it is very helpful for the legal requirements also. Okay, so these are all the functions of labeling. Okay, so we finished the first P in the marketing mix, that is the product. We studied about product, what is a product mix, and what are the various components of the product mix. That is, what is the first one? Branding, packaging, and labeling. Okay, so the next class we are going to study about second P of marketing mix, that is a price. Okay, we will see in the next class. Thank you, students.